Yup,
Why is that?
because he's my boss.
What do you mean? Military?
Uh, yeah.
Okay, you shouldn't support him. He took an oath to defend and protect the Constitution. Be careful
Do
what
you
you say.
know?
Attack, by the way. But he's violated the Constitution to the greatest
Okay,
extent any
so
president has.
good to go. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So, do you know that whenever you raise your right hand, like, do you know what the oath says?
Yeah, you protect the Constitution from foreign and domestic entities. I know that's within the Constitution. Trump is a domestic enemy to the Constitution because he called for the termination of said Constitution, and he's violating many amendments, constitutional amendments, articles, and
No.
clauses within the Constitution.
So you're right. You're right. That is part of it. Do you know what the other parts of it are?
That's
Like the
the part
first
that
thing you
we're
said.
that's what the part we're talking about because that's the reason why you shouldn't support Trump because of that part of your oath. But
No.
you agree that's
Do
part
you,
of your oath, right? You
are you
agree
gonna
to
let me
that?
respond?
Sure, go ahead. But you're
Okay. I
saying that
was
something else is
literally
irrelevant.
asking you if you knew what it said because the beginning of it goes into so the first line and then you have the second line. The second line is that I will obey the orders of those appointed above me and the orders of the who? It does not say the legality of the orders. It just says the orders of the president of the United States.
So if the president gives you an unconstitutional order, you are you legally required to follow that order?
So Article
No, you're not.
93,
You're
no,
not
you're not
required to
even letting
follow
me
unconstitutional
respond.
orders
You're not even letting me
because you're not
respond.
making any
So
sense. But go ahead, respond.
yes, and I'm explaining why. So Article 92 of the UCMJ, the Uniform Code of Military Justice, says that the failure to obey an order is cause for administrative action within the UCMJ, such as
So
not
just to be
following it.
clear, just to be clear, hold on.
hold
I have a
on.
question,
You
clarifying question.
literally didn't
I
let
have
me
a
finish my
clarifying
point.
question. You're speaking like very slow. If you're reading, that's fine. But like, I don't know if it's
No,
like off the top of your head or you're
I'm
doing
just
it
talking
from.
to you. I'm just talking
Okay,
to you. It's not my
so
fault
then
you
I thought you were
talking
done. That
light
was like
speed.
a natural pause. But I have a clarifying question. So you are military members required to follow unlawful orders? Yes or no?
What is an unlawful order? There's no yes or no to
Something that
that.
is unconstitutional.
That's not what an unlawful
An
order is.
order that violates the Constitution.
That's not what an unlawful order is. Are you incompetent? Are you incompetent to the definition of an
Are you
unlawful
dumb?
order of the Article
Sure.
93 or
There's
92 of the UCMJ?
there's going to be a difference between unlawful and unconstitutional. Like I can just reword that for you, if you're gonna do based on semantics, but it can relatively mean the
It's
same
not even
things. In some
semantics. You
instances,
don't
it
understand
can
the
be.
UCMJ, so inherently you
So hold on.
cannot.
Can do military
You tell
members
me to hold
have
on,
the
but you literally
obligation
won't let me
to follow
respond. How
unconstitutional
incompetent can
orders?
you be
Yes
as
or
a
no?
host? Say
Do
again?
service members have the obligation to follow unconstitutional orders?
That's not what an uncon. Yes, they do have the obligation
They
to.
do.
No, they had. Let me hear me out. So I'm going to explain it in the way that the UCMJ separates from common law. So the UCMJ, which you are not familiar with in any sense because you cannot rebuttal any argument against the Article 92 of the UCMJ,
You're
which is
literally
failure to
yapping.
obey
Answer
an
the
order.
question. Holy shit! Answer the question. What are you talking?
Article
Just
92
yapping.
of Article 92 of the UCMJ
Okay, are you
impedes
gonna
the use
answer my
of.
question?
You have to follow an order appointed by the ones who are over you,
So is that a yes
including
or
the
a no?
president. If it's an order from the president, then yes.
So if the president gives you an unconstitutional order, an order that violates the Constitution, you are obligated to follow it.
That's not what that means though. So yes, you have to, according to the UCMJ, because it's not inherently the same as an unlawful order. The same way that laws change, the UCMJ changes. However, the UCMJ has stabilized with an Article 92 that you have to follow the orders of those appointed over you. It does not stipulate the legality of a certain circumstance just based on the premise that you do not believe that it is lawful. That is why there's lawsuits between the court martials into the UCMJ for if there's one brought against you. How incompetent are you?
You are incompetent. You cannot follow unlawful orders or unconstitutional orders
That's
if
not
you
how
are
that
a
works.
service
It's
members.
literally not an
You
unlawful
are
order.
hold on. You're required to disobey unlawful orders. By the way,
No,
I just want
okay.
to point that out there. Yes or no?
I'm
You're
gonna
required to
establish that.
disobey unlawful
Stop
orders.
saying yes or no if you can't rebuttal my points. You're just goalposting.
You
So
are not
hold on.
answering my question. And if you
So
are
hold
answering
on.
my
Hold
question,
on.
you're just not. You're absolutely not. You don't understand what you're even talking about. If you are answering it,
You're just word spewing right now. So word vomit does not equivalent incompetence to my question. So I have to ask you one question that is yes or no, since that's how we're gonna play it like that. Do you understand the UCMJ?
I understand what I'm talking about in terms of service members
That's not what
following
I
or
asked
not
you.
following
That's not what I
unlawful
asked you.
orders.
That's not yes or no. That's
So
not even a
I don't
rebuttal.
have know the
Do you
entirety of it and
know?
in
Do you
depth
know
of
what
it.
the?
I don't, but I know relatively enough to talk about what I'm specifically talking about and whether or
Okay, so
not
what is Article
service members
92?
are
That's what you're
required.
talking about.
Again, we're gonna stay on
Article
topic.
92
We're gonna
is
stay
the
on topic.
no. What we are staying on topic. You're not
Cool.
rebuttaling
So
Article
then
92 of the UCMJ, which you state that you know a lot about, but therefore you do not because you're saying that the
you're just dumb.
unconstitutionality of an unlawful order is based upon the Constitution. I have to ask you, does the
Okay,
Constitution
it's
change?
just I asked you a very simple question that you should be able to answer.
You
and
rebutted
have
mine
failed
with
to answer it.
nothing.
I have not been given an answer by you to my question that I asked you.
I did. I answered it 3 times, and I asked you, does the Constitution change?
Does the like what do you mean change?
Has the Constitution changed over time?
Amended?
Yes, in a sense. Has it? It's a
In
very
a
simple
sense?
question.
What do you mean in a sense?
Has
Does it
there
have
been
amendments? Yes, it does have
revisations?
amendments. Or
Yes.
Zach, are
So
you
the
good?
amendments, have they been revised?
There has been revises,
So therefore,
amendments to the
okay,
Constitution. Yes.
great. You're right. Yes.
Zach,
So
are you okay?
so within
How many
court
amendments are
martialing,
there?
so you're not letting me speak in the
How
first
many
place.
amendments are there, Zach?
You just keep asking questions without letting me
I need
rebuttal.
an answer to this one because I don't
So-
know if you're okay. How many amendments are there?
So how incompetent are you
Can you
for me
answer the
to
question?
even
How many
rebuttal the
amendments are
first
there?
one? Are you just going to keep asking repeated questions?
Yeah, it's a very
until it
simple
happens?
question. I need to make sure that you know how many amendments are there.
You're so incompetent, man. It's
Can you answer
literally
the
like
question?
Hanson talking to you.
Can you answer the question? How many amendments?
I've asked you. Okay, so in Article 92
Answer
of the
this and I'll
UCMJ,
answer any single question you have. How many
you
amendments?
literally
are there?
haven't answered any of mine. There's no point in me responding
Because
to another
you've
question.
pivoted away from my first question. So how
I
many
didn't
amendments are
pivot.
there, Zach?
I
It's
asked
very
you.
it's a very easy answer, Zach.
Holy
How many amendments?
goalpost.
How many amendments are there,
Holy
Zach?
goalpost.
He left because he didn't know how many amendments there are.